Welcome to the Bogart Podcast, episode 26, season finale. Woo!
Yeah. and that's when you can insert the applause sound.
Yeah.
With some cheers.
Yeah. I'm Evan Bogart. With me is my co-host David Parshall, and we got a show for you today. Call in the show, 585-678-1660. I probably won't check the voicemails for a while because we're going to take a little break, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. If
email the show.
Then you'll never know.
Email the show at thebogartpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, so it's been a while since we did one of these, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time that we did one was.
I think it was like a week and a half ago. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, what you drinking this evening? Having a little coffee at this hour?
Yeah,
you're crazy. You're gonna be
up.
You're crazy. You're gonna be up all night. It's already 8:45, actually 8:46 p.m. and you're having coffee with espresso.
Yeah, well,
babe, what do they call that? When you have
red eye.
That's called a red eye.
Oh, red eye.
So when you have coffee with an additional shot of espresso.
Yeah, I've been up since like 4:30 this morning, so.
Why?
Oh,
wait, you had work today. Duh.
Yeah, I had work.
Never mind. Now I know why. Because you had work.
But yeah, I did trash and linen this weekend, and it was no fun. But you know what? I just got to look in the bright future that I'm going to. Well, actually, we have a shed. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I've been up.
After a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, so I've been.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I had to work this weekend. And I have tomorrow off, so I'm going to be up tonight doing podcast stuff. I've been talking to some people. The M-Bomb from M-Bomb Effect is going to help us make an intro for her video podcast if this all works out and stuff like that. So we'll have like a pretty cool intro because I know computers, but I'm not really good with like, I guess it's video special effects.
Okay.
I'm not really good with that. But yeah, so definitely going to.
I'm way out of the game with that because, when I went to college, I like to tell people that I studied film, but it wasn't film that I studied, it was television production, right? And so this was like, when did I go to college? Like 2008, I think was when I was into that, and it was like so awesome. And they didn't have special effects back then, but so like I'm so out of the game, I couldn't tell you anything.
The only special effects I know are like the ones on iMovie where you just click and it makes the special effect. Yeah, that's the only one I know. I mean, yeah, so hopefully he comes through and stuff like that. So
if not, we'll beat him up.
Yeah.
Put the boots to him.
Yep.
Style.
And yeah, and then got some. Well, we'll save that for later too. But we got a shed. It is freaking awesome.
Before we talk about this, but I gotta compliment you on your outfit.
It's Red Bull out.
Yeah.
Red Bull. I got this from
the unofficial sponsor of today's episode.
I got this hoodie from Wish. It, like, you know how they show a picture of something on Wish and then when you get it, it's like completely fucking different.
Yeah.
Well, I thought this hoodie was gonna be like all cool and it's like a cheap nylon, really thin hoodie. I think I paid like $15 for it.
Oh god, that looks like a. Not, I mean, it doesn't really look like it, but I say it looks like a motocross jersey.
Yeah. Well, it didn't. Okay, so the Red Bull hoodie or the Red Bull logo's on there, and I thought it was just going to be the logo, but then it has racing underneath it,
Yeah.
which I don't even follow fucking racing. So, but and then this hat that I got was also from Wish, and every time I got Red Bull hats, they come out perfect from Wish. So,
But how'd this one come out? Perfect?
yeah, it's embroidered. Or is that what it's called?
Yeah, embroidered.
And then it has like a little on the inside. It has the embroidered too.
You should bend the brim.
Nah, I that's like dad style, right? When you bend the brim.
Sure, I don't know. I don't like wearing hats.
Yeah, I have to because
You don't have to. You just let it. I mean, if you want to blind people, I guess
So-
you don't have to. But
if you can't see, I have black and blue. I
Yeah.
don't know
I
a
guess-
little black.
it looks a little green. So what happened? Who beat you up?
So when I was sleeping, okay, so I decided to sleep on the couch because I stayed up late, and I had to get up in the morning for work. So it was pitch black in the living room, and I didn't have my glasses, and my alarm was going off on my computer desk. So I wanted to run and turn it off. So as I was doing that, I lost balance, ran into a bookshelf thing on the wall that has Laura's frogs on it. Fucking ate shit. Just like plowed into that. All this frog shit's hitting my face. I land on the ground, and I was just
You're like,
just
help! I've been attacked.
yeah.
help.
So Laura's like, "What the fuck happened?" And I'm like,
Someone broke in and beat me up.
yeah. So some of her frogs broke, and I felt bad, and
So then you went to work. I'm like, oh my god, Evan, what happened?
then everyone's like,
Nothing. I burned it on the curling iron.
and then everyone was like, Laura beat the shit out of you. And then like everyone was like, oh, what'd you do to Laura to have her beat the shit out of you? And I was like, no, nothing.
It's like I made fun of her cooking.
Yeah. And then our director was like, oh man, she beat the shit out of you. And so it was funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucked because I was in pain. But
Yeah.
yeah, I had like a big bump on my forehead right here. Like it was like a goose egg. And yeah, that was no fucking fun.
Classic. Classic Bogart.
But sobriety's good.
Good.
How
How many drinks have you had?
What do you mean? Like beer?
Yeah, how many drinks have you had?
None.
None? Good. Good
None.
for you.
I have had, so it was I think 2 Wednesdays ago when I went to the bar, and that was my last drink, and I haven't had a drink since.
That's about the time that we did the last one, was it? Was that the last episode we did?
It was like I don't remember. I would have to look at the calendar again and see. But yeah, so it's been like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Well, my sober 2023 is going fine too.
Yeah.
I'm not tempted to partake.
I have cravings once in a while, like especially after work when I've had like a really stressful day. Today was one of them. Just really, like today at work, the night crew didn't do the garbage, so I had to pick up their slack and do. It took me an hour and a half to clear out all the trash in the hospital and the nursing home, and then another 45 minutes to an hour to do all the linen. So I mean, it by the time I was done, it was first break at 9 o'clock, so it made my time go by faster, but it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I mean, yes, sobriety's going good. Now let's talk about this.
Okay.
We talked about this private chat and stuff like that. But why is non-alcoholic beer not okay to drink, especially with sobriety?
Okay, so non-alcoholic beer, it's not fully 100% alcohol-free.
But now there is beer that is 0.0 alcohol in it. Is that okay, or
I've
do you
never
just?
seen it. Sure.
I think Heineken.
As long as it has 0.000% alcohol, then I would say it's fine to drink. But that's gonna taste like shit. So why would you bother?
It's the nostalgic or whatever that word is.
Nostalgic.
Yeah. Is that the right word to use? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the right word to use. But
Yeah.
I remember back in the day when you would sober up at the old Pickering pub. Shout out to Pickering Pub, R.I.P. When you'd start to sober up for the night, you would switch to the non-alcoholic Labatt's.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah. So I'll have to see if they have the Heineken 0.0. But
Just don't do it. Just don't do it because it's going
Don't
to
do
lead you
it?
to drinking real beer.
yeah.
So I've been craving carbonation, right? I've just been jonesing for a soda pop or soda or pop, whatever you want to call it. I call it soda. And all we have in this house is to drink is water and milk. No juice, no fun, anything. Because we're healthy people. And so yesterday I got a case of liquid death.
Death.
Liquid death. Sponsor us. We're minorities. And it was so delicious. I was just like craving the carbonation, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, I get the subscription that Laura got me for Christmas. I get it on Thursday. I get a new case. So I'm happy for
It's
that.
expensive. You know, it's like $17 for the flavor that I got for a 12-pack. It's like, so like, you know, on their website, if you're like to like, hey, start selling our stuff and you can self-fulfill via Amazon or whatever, and like you got those Joe Smuckatellis out there selling it for like, how are you supposed to make a profit on that stuff when you buy it already when it's like super marked up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna have to sell a can for like $10 to make a profit.
I remember when we saw Backstreet Boys. I don't know if we talked about this, but they were selling Liquid Death there, and they wanted like an arm and a leg for a can. It was ridiculous. And then Laura's mom got a Corona, and I asked Laura's sister, I'm like, because she got it for Laura's mom, and I was like, how much was that? And she's like, you don't want to know.
It's like probably like $24.
Oh, probably. I wouldn't even know.
Not the last concert that I went to, but the previous one to that. When I ended up coming back to New York in the summer of 2018, I think it was, for like a week to help with my sister because she just had babies. I think that's what year it was. And I ended up going to an Ozzy concert with TJ and Nathan. And I got so tanked before the show, pre-gamed. All I did was bought, I think it's the best summertime beer. One of the best summertime beers. Dogfish Head Sequence Ale. And it's like, it's a lawnmower beer. It's a low ABV. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's so good. It's so good. But yeah, I drank like a whole 6-pack of that, waiting for to go into the venue. And then when we went in, I can't remember how many I had, like one of the huge $24 beers, and I was just so hammered.
Yeah.
Good times. Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. Remember our first concert that we went to? Well, I don't know if it was your first, but it was my first. It was Real Big Fish. Remember that? We went, and then we bought these. It was a band called Counting Stars, and we bought trucker hats thinking we were so cool, and then I found out like a month later they broke up. We had these. Did I
get any? I don't know if I got any.
Maybe not. I don't know.
I never thought that trucker hats complimented my features. That's why I don't wear them. But then I got a trucker hat not a bunch of years ago. Well, yeah, a bunch of years ago after that concert in like 2004 or whatever it was. I got a trucker hat a couple years ago that I don't wear anymore because I hate wearing hats. But when I had longer hair, I'd wear it. But yeah, so yeah, concert, they broke up, and now you got now you got this gay punk rock.
Yeah,
punk rock trucker hat.
I don't even know where it's probably at Goodwill somewhere in Texas or something. But
yeah, who knows?
But yeah, so I was thinking about that the other day.
How come?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I put that thing about ska music on the old internet.
What, in one of your many Instagram stories?
Yeah.
It's this. Well, you have been pretty good lately about your Instagram stories. I have it's just of guitars, but when you started posting, every one of them was a picture of a guitar. It's like I swipe.
Not just a guitar. My favorite guitar is the Les Paul Custom.
Yeah. But yeah. So.
So yeah, we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
What's that?
The Bills lost today.
Oh.
So that means
they're out.
No Buffalo Bills Super Bowl themed birthday party for me.
Yeah.
And so I was at the grocery store yesterday. I was going to put my sobriety on hold, right? Mm-hmm. Because they had a bunch of the huge cans of Labatt Blue, and just gonna stock up for the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl themed birthday party. But that's not happening, so I'm not gonna break my sobriety.
There you go.
I don't want to say break it. I was not gonna
put it on pause.
I'm not gonna be putting it on pause for that birthday celebration where it's gonna be buffalo chicken wing flavored everything.
Yeah, it was. I watched the game. Well, I took a shower in the beginning, right when the kickoff, and then I watched the rest of the game. And I don't know what happened. Like Josh Allen, I think he kind of, I think, was overwhelmed. I want to say.
I didn't watch it. We went to the beach.
Oh, did you? Yeah, well, he was a little bit overwhelmed throughout the game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
so, you know how you can be overwhelmed and you can be underwhelmed?
Yeah.
Can you ever just be whelmed?
I think that means if you was whelmed,
that's a
then
joke.
you would
it's
be.
A joke. It's from a movie. It's a joke.
Oh, is it?
It's from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, I've never watched that movie, so
90s trivia for you.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was a really a lot of people on Facebook when I was looking through. They're like, oh, like sad face,
thank you for
broken
a great
hearts.
Season.
Yeah, basically, thank you for a great season. But yeah, so let's. I wanted to talk about the shed.
Okay.
We got the shed. It was a pretty penny, but I think it's going to be worth it at the end. I bought it from an Amish company, and they do kind of like a rent to own. It's kind of like a rent-a-center. It was if you put down $100. It was like $169 down, and you have 90 days to pay the balance, and it's same as cash. So what I did was,
I have no idea what that means.
It means that if you pay it within the 90 days, it doesn't have interest,
okay.
It doubles up in pay.
Then why don't we just say 90 days interest free? If you've paid off,
yeah,
you get 90 days. You get it. Whatever. Yeah. Okay. So.
Yeah. So so I signed the paperwork, got the shed, and then I was gonna make like a huge chunk payment of it, but I couldn't find the account number. So I called and I talked to a representative. They said they were gonna send a package in the mail saying that with the account number and stuff like that. And then he's like, at the end, he's like, "Have a blessed day." I'm like,
You too, bro.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you too, bro. So, and then I was looking through the website. It's a religious company. I I don't know how to put it. Like they basically Bible thumpers for business. So it was just funny. I was like, he's just like, you have a blessed day. I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, I know one time getting off the elevator here, I can't remember the stuff that the guy was talking to me, but he's just like, making chit chat in the elevator. Then he gets off. There's some Bible thumping something or other. Like, yep, this is awkward. All right, see ya.
And
just go with Christ, bro. Go with Christ.
So, then the person that delivered it didn't have. I could tell he was Amish because he the way he talked, it's just kind of like the old English.
They don't speak. They don't speak Old English. They speak Pennsylvania Dutch.
They speak in Dutch, but when they speak in English, it's kind of like a selected vocabulary. So what he did was when he got into the park, he drove past my place all the way to the back of the park, and I'm like, "Where's this guy going?" And so then he noticed that he couldn't take the dirt road that leads back to my trailer. So he backed this fucking huge thing up. And then I'm like, what'd you think? My trailer's back there? And he's like, the look on his face was like, I don't know. It was funny. And
since they're religious and all that stuff, you should be like, listen, the Lord came to me in a dream, and He wants me to get this. He wants me to get this shed for free.
So
I'm doing the Lord's work in this shed.
Yeah, really. Give me a discount for selling Bibles out of it. But so they had this it's kind of like a forklift.
Yep.
But it's like a mini tank.
Yep.
It's crazy. So he gets it off and he's like, do you want me to put the ramp on it or are you going to do it yourself? I'm like, this thing comes with a ramp? And I'm like, put the ramp on it because I didn't even know that came with it. So it was funny. He puts it on and then he does the inspection and he's like, well, I hope you're like your shed. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So tomorrow I'm having Laura's best friend's friend, Richie, come over and he's going to see what we can do on the inside of it. He gave me a suggestion that we should put pallet wood, right? Pallets on the ceiling and have it kind of look like an old school ceiling.
Yep.
Like an old school wood ceiling. And he showed me pictures of it and I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
Like,
so I think
almost like tongue and groove, but not quite tongue and groove.
Yeah. So
but yeah.
I looked on pictures about it and it looks fucking amazing. So I'm gonna do that to the ceiling and then I don't know if we're gonna do that to the walls too, but if not, we're just gonna put drywall and insulation drywall and I don't think we're gonna put. I think what we're gonna do for the AC unit in it is just buy one of the ones that stands in the middle of the room and has an exhaust and put it somewhere. But I don't think I'm gonna cut anything out of the shed because Richie was like, well, it tends to leak and stuff like that. So
yeah, if you do it wrong.
Yeah, if you do it wrong, but you never know if you did it right and it still did it. So
yeah.
But yeah, so and then we're gonna get a heating unit. It's like a propane heating unit that goes on the wall, and it's very safe. It has a little propane tank that we could. I think I'm gonna put a little hole in the side of the shed and have the propane tank on the outside, and that will heat up. If you buy the 30,000, I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called, but if you run it for before we start podcasting, run it for like half hour, it'll warm up the whole place.
So like when I was telling my uncle, well, I don't want to say my uncle because it wasn't just him, the text chat thingy thing, and with my uncle, my cousin, and TJ, how you got a shed and all that stuff, and so my uncle's an electrician, right? And he's like, what did he say? I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but he was basically implying, what are you going to do for electricity? So I'm like, no, it's not electric, it's made out of wood. just messing with him and stuff. But yeah, what are your plans to run electricity to it?
So I'm thinking of doing with that is taking a extension cord and putting it underneath the trailer and then up to the shed and just having like a power supply there and do it that way.
Yeah, that's not up to code.
No, I mean
you're going to be tripping breakers left and right.
Well, no, because what are we going to plug into it? Like, we're going to be plugging a computer.
You're going to be plugging in computer monitors, computers, video cameras, lights, the whole 9 yards.
Nah, I think we'll be
mini refrigerators, coffee machines, probably a microwave, a reception desk.
A reception desk. Just have like another little hut on the outside and just have a person there. Nah, I mean, I think we'll be alright if we just have like an extension cord that goes into it. I mean, I don't think we're going to have too many things hooked up to it, so. But, yep, so definitely going to do a lot of work within the weeks that we have off until the next season of the Bogart Podcast. So,
hey, all you loyal listeners, comment down below. Should we update the old website so it doesn't look like something from 1997?
Yeah, I was working on it right before we started this podcast. I uploaded the new episodes to it so people can listen to that. I mean, again, I only know minimum about building websites, so I mean, it's kind of what I know is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, with that being said, I don't think anything else really happened the time we had off. I'm trying to think. I don't think. Yeah. So how was your time between our shows?
It was alright, I guess. Let's see. So I can't remember. I think it was like at the beginning of the week. Just guitar hunting like I always do. I noticed this one ad on Craigslist. This person is selling this rare gem for $600. Only has like 2 pictures. Right away, this is a scam. I'm gonna message him anyways. So I'm like, hey, I'm very interested. Can you tell me why you have it priced so low? And then like almost instantly, I don't know how instantly it was, but like I got a reply so it's like all via email, right? So like it was like, well, it's my aunt's guitar. Give me your email address and I'll have her get to you with more information. And so like a couple days went by, then the aunt messaged or emailed. Right, she gave me the whole story about how it's her husband's giving me the story of the guitar, which was a '74 Les Paul Custom, 25th anniversary. Or no, was it 20 anniversary? It's either 20 or 25th anniversary. I can't remember. It must be 20 year because 54 was they came out. So it's ever 20-year anniversary. Blah 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 this, blah 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 that. It was my husband's guitar. He passed away from a heart attack, so I just want it gone. I moved back to my hometown after I picked up a job, and blah 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 this and blah 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 that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Can we meet up I'm assuming you haven't left Jacksonville yet, since you said you're planning on moving, and so I can, verify everything, and before we come to an agreement. And then the next email was like super rude, and this was like, as I said in my previous email, I'm in my hometown of blah 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 this and blah blah that, and it's like, they're like, I need your full name, your address, and your phone number, and I have it. It's at eBay, and I was like, I don't have the guitar, it's at eBay, so when I get that information, eBay will contact you, and I won't take any payment until you get the guitar, this, and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is like Craigslist scam 101.
Yeah.
And so I never said anything back to it, but I was like, totally going to put down the Bogart Podcast phone number for the phone number. And like in my emails, I said my first name and all that stuff, but I was gonna do the whenever Brett and other people would do like joke email things to people.
Mm-hmm.
The name was Randy Duckweed, right? So I was gonna do Randall D. Duckweed. For the name, and I was like, I gotta find like an address. And TJ is like, hey man, if it's like, just send it to Bogart's, and if it's like an actual guitar, I'll come and pick it up for 5 days and see if it's legit. But yeah, no, it's a scam, because like I'm like, this looks familiar, right? And then so like I sent this stuff to TJ and Nathan and Scott, like after like the first email, there was like had like these 10 pictures. And there's this thing that you can do on the internet if you like right click, and you can right click on a picture, right, and then you can like do something where it like searches the whole internet to see if those pictures have popped up before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it took it to this this guitar forum website. I'm like, and so he forwarded me that guitar forum that this person was like, hey, is this a real guitar? It's posted on Craigslist at whatever city I'm in, USA, and they're like, yeah, I see this one in this city, and this city, and that city. I'm like looking through these pictures, like, and so like, that's where I've seen this before. But yeah, so scam 101.
So with these scams, there's a few of them on Facebook where they'll post it on like the Ontario County sell and buy or whatever it's called, but it would be like, oh well, my son had an Xbox but he died of cancer and we're giving it away for free. And then when you message them and be like, hey, I'll take it, it would be like, oh, but if you can donate $500 to some, or not donate, but can you give me $500 and I'll give it to you, and just send me your Venmo tag, or this is my Venmo tag, and you send them the $500, you never get it.
Yeah, it's like this. So with this scam that this person has, right? They'll probably send like a magazine or something to some random place in wherever you're at, and it'll say that the package was delivered or whatever. Then it'll be out $600.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I remember like when I used to sell stuff on Craigslist way back in the day, or like Cody was like buying and selling stuff on Craigslist. The thing that we always got was like a military member out in the field for a couple weeks, and I want to buy this for my for my boss or whatever, but I'm out in the field, so like I'm gonna have somebody come and pick it up and blah 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 this and blah 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 that. It's like, nope, this is a scam.
Yeah, I was on Craigslist a few days ago. I was looking for someone in marketing to see if they can, help us with our podcast, like get sponsors and stuff like that for the show. But it was just, there was nothing on it. So I was like, well, maybe I'll create a post saying that I'm looking for someone, marketing someone to help us get sponsors. So I was about to make the post, and then it's like $25 now to post on there for like a job.
What is it?
On Craigslist.
Oh.
So now you have to pay $25 to put a job ad on there. And I think you can post, like, if you're selling something up for free. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, yeah, so I was like, fuck this. I'm not paying $25. And so, so I looked in Indeed.
Yeah.
And you can search people, but, again, I don't know how to use the website, so.
So here's the thing. Evan's like, you probably shouldn't, because, like, this isn't a real business, right? So, like, someone's like, I mean, I can only pay you like $25 or whatever if you help me out real quick.
Oh no, like, I would pay him a lot more.
Posting on Indeed and whatever.
So
because this person, Joe Schmuckatelli, who's got a bachelor's in marketing or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, this is what I was thinking.
Take you for a ride.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking. I was going to do was, if the person was interested, if they can get sponsors for the show, I would give them a bonus, like each sponsor, like kind of like a commission. Mm-hmm. And then I would pay the person to go to events and promote the show, like hand out free stickers, hand out business cards, whatever. I mean, but
so how much are you gonna pay this person?
So, I was thinking $100 per event that they go out and do it, and then I would pay them a bonus depending on what kind of business they get. Like, let's say if they got Irish Mafia right down the road from me. Let's say if they got them to sponsor the show, I'd probably give them maybe like $200.
No, whenever you make a post on the gram and there's like some dudette from whatever page, like, promote it on whatever, and it was like, no, you promote it on whatever.
Yeah, there's a bots.
You should promote it on all that stuff that they recommend.
And then get my credit card information in India or something like that. Where
I'm sure your credit card information's already in India.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look for someone like a rep or something, but I kind of gave up looking for a while, and now, yeah, so
just monetize it on YouTube.
You have to have a certain amount of subscribers to do that. I think it's 1,000.
Oh,
you can monetize after that, and then there's a lot of rules where you can't swear, you can't
fuck, shit, balls, pussy. Yeah. Butt cheeks.
So, I mean, yeah. Is your wife sick?
She's got the Rona.
Oh, no way.
Again, for the umpteenth time.
No.
No, she doesn't have the Rona.
Oh.
You can't get the Rona if you don't get tested for it.
Yeah.
No, but she's been like, I think she's over it now, but she was like sick from like Christmas until like last week ish. I mean, she's got a cough that's full of phlegm and loogies.
Yeah, my mom, she can't catch a break. She had bronchitis, and then she had something else, and then when I talked to her today, she couldn't like breathe right. She said, like, she couldn't catch her breath and stuff like that, and but what she does is she'll go to Dunkin' Donuts, she'll go to Walmart,
Dunkin' Donuts is wicked awesome.
Yeah. So I told her, I'm like, Mom, you have to like quarantine, like for like 2 weeks.
She can do what she wants.
Oh, she can do what she wants.
She's a human being. She doesn't have to listen to these wannabe booger licking, crayon eating dickweeds on the TVs and on the internets.
But yeah, so I told her, I'm like, take a multivitamin too. Like, I mean,
tell her to chew her fingernails.
Chew her fingernails
and her toenails.
Start eating your poop.
Yeah.
But so yeah, she can't catch a break. I feel so bad. She's been sick for like a month. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But anything else happened?
Honestly, I don't even know anymore. Don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. We went to the beach today, and we went to our favorite little, like, I don't want to call it a hole in the wall restaurant, but it's a Navy themed restaurant. It's called the Hangar Bay, and it's
Okay.
like it's the food's so good. It's they sell ramen, not like, instant ramen that you get out of the package, like real Japanese ramen with all the shit inside it, with like, slabs of meat and like a not a poached egg, but like what is it called? A hard boiled egg.
Yeah.
And all the funky shit in it, and the fried chicken. The fried chicken is just so good. And yeah, and the last night we had this Asian cuisine from down the street from this place called Hawkers. We're celebrating our anniversary from when we started dating and got got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was the previous weekend, but then like we're like, everybody's finally not sick anymore. They're like, hey, you guys want to come over for dinner? We're like, yeah, sure. Harper would love it. So it was like we had to cancel our anniversary weekend plans for that day.
Mm-hmm.
So we treated ourselves yesterday with it, and oh my god, it was so good.
Nice. Yeah, I've been eating a lot of cafeteria food lately at the hospital. I had
some day old Jello and some pudding.
I had a cheese omelet and French toast sticks. Then I had lunch. I had chicken tenders and onion rings, and then tonight I had a burrito. But yeah, I mean, oh my god! So my paycheck, right? I looked. So I've had, I think, 4 paychecks since I've been working there, and this one was the most expensive deductions that I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good.
Why you
Yeah,
swiping your card so much?
I don't know. I noticed that, like, it's so bad.
It's so easy.
It's so easy, and it's like tempting, and it sucks.
Stop doing it.
Yeah,
I think a shed to pay for.
Yeah, so definitely waiting for that, and I'm waiting for my W-2s as well, so I can file my taxes and shit. I started doing it on TurboTax, and I got half of it filled out. So I mean, I'm just waiting for my W-2s now, and then hopefully I get something back.
Yeah.
This is so yeah. But what else? Yeah, so I mean the deduction sucked, and then yep. So
I got some topics that we can talk about later.
Do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about your topics first, or do you want to play a game first?
Let's talk about these topics that I got.
Okay.
All right. You remember when Starbucks used to sell espresso machines?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. Good times. But they don't sell them anymore. That's all I got for that. I just wanted to bring that up.
So now, are these espresso machines made by a different?
Espresso.
Oh, whatever.
Espresso.
Espresso.
There's no X in espresso. I have no idea who makes them. I just remember at the Starbucks in Victor, they used to have all these fancy espresso machines.
Oh,
and I just remember them for like thousands of dollars. I'm like, who is buying this?
Yeah. Well, you know what? The Starbucks in Victor probably has someone that buys it because everyone's rich in Victor.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah. It's a wealthy place, but yeah, I just remember. When was that? Like the early mid 2000s? Were we in high school still? Was it after high school? I honestly don't remember, but I just remember going in there sometimes, and there'd be, espresso machines, and then, a couple of years later, they stopped selling espresso machines because,
Probably no one bought them.
yeah.
The coffee shop at the hospital has one that has an espresso machine, and they're fucking huge. Just to make like how much ounces of espresso? Probably what's
they
like?
make a 1 ounce, and then they make a 2 ounce.
I think they give away 2 ounces at
Probably.
the one at work.
Because, whenever you order, a shot of espresso, no one ever orders a single shot. It's always a double shot.
And then the other thing too is, what is that thing that goes into the milk to make it foamy?
That's called a steam wand.
A steam wand. Yeah, that's on it too.
Yeah.
But I never get anything that's steam wand or whatever. So I usually get
tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but the next day that you work, get yourself a tall vanilla latte, or a small vanilla latte, or it'll change your mind, man. It'll change your mind.
Usually I will get a iced coffee with vanilla flavoring and either 1 or 2 shots of espresso. So it was funny. This lady, I was getting my order, and she's like, I was like, I need 2 shots of espresso, please. And the lady behind me is like, oh, this is that kind of day, was it? And I'm like, oh.
Fuck you, lady.
Yeah. So I was
my
like,
hairy butt crack.
and it was one of those days where I needed it, because.
All right. But the next thing I got, unethical life hacks.
Okay.
Okay. So when we got married, we utilized the unethical life hacks, where we bought a bunch of stuff to use for the wedding, and then we returned it afterwards. We were our own DJ for the wedding, right? Because it was super small. I went and bought one of those JBL speakers.
Yeah, the Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah, Bluetooth speaker that could charge devices and all that stuff. And I just had this band called Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. I downloaded all their music, and because they're the best cover band in the world, bunch of old punk rockers, and so yeah, that was our wedding music, their whole catalog, because they're the best cover band. And then played it through the. I mean, we didn't do dancing or anything at the wedding, but we had some background music of all the wedding hits and stuff, and and after the wedding, we returned the speaker. And what was wrong? I was like, it's not really what we're looking for. Thanks though. And then we also so her parents brought their projector, and their projector's super old, and the size of a refrigerator, because we were gonna do Mario Kart, but the weather didn't permit. So we went, because we got the idea from the place that we went and got a what was it, one of those Nintendo game things, the Wii, I think it was, right?
Yeah,
the Wii. Yeah, we went and bought the Wii, and the person at the video game store, GameStop, she's the one that suggested that that we just should buy it and then return it afterwards. Oh my god, that's genius. So yeah, we did a bunch of, well, not a whole lot, but I think there's only the 2 things that we did that were unethical. But do you have any unethical life hacks that you would want to share?
I mean, no, not really.
I mean, it's I guess it's not. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's not as bad, I think. So the only reason why I brought it up is because I read a newspaper, not a newspaper, because who reads the newspaper anymore? The internet news is where I get all my news from. YahooNews.com, www.yahoonews.com. I read this thing about how this person bought $800 worth of books from a bookstore around Christmas time, the holidays, to stage their home for the holidays, and then afterwards they returned all the books. And this was a small mom and pop shop, so that that one $800 order of books was like a third of their expenses for the month. And it's like, yeah, when you're doing it to small places, mom and pop shops, I guess it's bad. But like huge corporations like Best Buy, that's what we did, and GameStop, it's not as bad. But
Yeah, well, what they do is like when they return shit, they'll just put it on a pallet, and then they'll sell it in auction.
yeah.
So like you can buy pallets for like Amazon returns for like $300. You might get shit, but I mean, yeah, they make money no matter what.
Yeah, but like I know, like I tried my hardest to like keep the packaging like pristine, and like make it seem like I didn't even open the thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Another story about an unethical life hack. So Jessica, this was like a couple of years ago. One of her coworkers was all excited. They went and bought a new vacuum cleaner, right? Or
Yeah.
so they thought. They went and bought a new vacuum cleaner. They just happened to pick one where someone bought the vacuum, put their old vacuum cleaner in the box, and then returned it. So like this chick, bought this person's used vacuum cleaner.
So
And I always think about doing that stuff with shoes too. Sorry to interrupt.
No, we bought a shampooer when we had carpeting in our place, and Laura bought it, and we opened it. Someone fucking used it and then returned it because there was hair in the fucking bristles of the shampoo thing and all that, and it was just, we were like,
What the hell?
we're like, what the hell? So Laura had to drive all the way back to Canada, and
Oh, please, like it's not that far. It's 5 minutes down the road.
yeah, true, but still, I mean,
And that's what's nice about Bloomfield. It's like 5 minutes from everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I love living in
Not like
Bloomfield.
our original my original hometown of Naples, where it's an hour from everywhere.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of people that went to Naples that work at the hospital.
Yeah,
It's
I
crazy.
can imagine.
It's crazy. I like, yeah, it was like I would see one person and she would look familiar, and then I asked her, and she's like, "Oh, I graduated in 2003." Yeah, it was crazy.
You're like, yeah,
It's
I'm a
crazy.
doctor. No big deal.
Well, she's the one girl that went to Naples. She is a head lab tech, and yeah. So I mean, and then one of the kids that we went to high school with is trained to be a doctor in our class.
Who's that?
Clay Seacrest.
Oh, he went to medical school now?
Well, yeah, I thought he was a chef. That's what
Yeah.
I thought. But he was training with they have like doctors with, it's like, or nurses or doctors that have all white, and he was training with one of them, and I ran into him, and he's like, he at first he double looked at me, and then I'm carrying a big fucking thing of trash, and he's a doctor. So like, oh, what are you doing with your life, Evan? Well, I'm just picking up your
Fucking picking up
trash.
your trash, bro.
So I felt kind of low after that. I
Man.
mean, but you know what? I'm happy with my life, so fuck it.
Yeah. So you don't have any unethical life hacks you want to share? All right, all our loyal listeners, comment down below some of your unethical life hacks that you'd like to do.
No, I don't have any. I play. Well, so another thing about returning stuff, Walmart was having a big problem with these people that would buy TVs in these big boxes, right? And then they would put wood frames in them, and they would weigh as much as a TV, tape it back up, and return them. And then people would have these big screen TVs, and then they would just get back these wooden frames in the boxes. They had a big problem with that for a while. And then now I think they have to open up each box to make sure there's a TV actually in it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. I thought about actually, so like getting my uniforms through the reserve center is like they don't have any funding. So like I was issued some when I was up in Rochester, but like I went to an actual tailor, right, to get measured, and they took my measurements, right? And then I took those measurements and gave it to the supply representative to order me some dress whites, and that shit doesn't fit, and it's like the sleeves are too short, and so anyway, when I went to get my blues, it was like I paid for that, and it was kind of expensive. But so like maybe I'll do that with my whites. So I got these old ones that I've only tried them on, but they couldn't fit. It's like I buy those, right? Buy these ones that fit. Don't have them fitted or not fitted, but don't have them tailored. Just like pick this off the shelf and this off the shelf, purchase them, then take the old ones, return them. So still thinking about doing that, but I don't know. But yeah, so. Yeah. All right, so this next thing that I got. White reggae bands, okay?
Okay.
So a reggae band that's like the majority of the members are white, right?
Yeah.
But they're singing with the accent, okay?
Okay.
The reggae accent. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, it's just the style. I mean, it's not like if you're African American and if you're doing reggae music, I think it's just the style of it, the style of the music. Like there's rock, you sound like rock. If there's jazz, you sound like jazz. I think it's just the style of it, really.
No,
I'm talking
about when they're doing the Jamaican accent. These white dudes.
Yeah, it's just
right?
the style.
Like, what's the term out there? Cultural appropriation, right?
Yeah.
Is that a cultural appropriation thing?
Maybe.
You got these dirty hippies playing Jamaican reggae music, the Rastafarian stuff.
Like that
with the accents.
The Orthodox Jew
Modest Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sings with the
Jamaican accent.
And the Dirty Heads. Well, no, I don't think they sound like, they're more of like a Sublime. I think Sublime's more of like a ska, reggae kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't do the accent though.
No, but they have some songs that are like kind of reggae.
No, I'm talking about the accent, the reggae accent.
Okay.
You see, you're going to, see, whatever band that's all white members, and the vocalist is clearly white, not from Jamaica, singing up there with his Jamaican accent.
Yeah.
I don't think they should be doing it. That's just me,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't really listen to that kind of music.
Reggae's gay anyways.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, I've never seen a reggae band in my life, and probably never will.
So I remember one of the school dances, right? I think we were in 8th grade or so, maybe. I honestly don't remember what grade we were in, but Mr. Willies, remember that science teacher?
Yep.
So he had like a band with his girlfriend, who was also a teacher. I don't remember what her name is, but so yeah, they had. So this was like the only school dance where they had bands play, right? And it was his band, and then there was a reggae band that played. And I don't remember what their name were. I want to say that they were like a 3-piece, but
And this was at a school dance?
Yeah, this was in like 8th or 9th grade. And yeah, I just remember, because maybe I was playing guitar then. I don't know, but yeah, white dudes playing reggae with the accent.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just remember they would hire some DJ that was probably like a former student, and then they would play like these tracks. I mean, I don't remember any band though.
Maybe you didn't go.
So funny that you mentioned school dances. So we were friends in elementary school, and then when we were in, I think like 7th, 8th, or maybe we've been friends throughout since. Because I think we took we didn't really talk to each other, but then we kind of talked to each other in high school, like midway through. I don't know, because I remember at a school dance, right? Ricky Herbs was just being an ass to me, and then you almost fought him and kind of defended me, and I was like, oh shit, and I'm like, thanks, and we started talking the rest of the night, catching up and stuff like that, but we might have been friends throughout.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Are you sure that was me? I don't.
Maybe it wasn't you.
I don't protect people.
Because you were like gonna fight him, or whoever the person was is gonna fight him, and then I was like, holy shit, we should be friends. But yeah, and then yeah, Dirt Dan. Let's talk about him for a minute.
What's that mother trucker up to?
He ghosts me.
Yeah. He
ghosts me. I paid him extra that night that he did my floors, and he has to finish the trim, and now he's ghosting me.
And you bought him lunch and dinner.
Yep. And
double the meat burritos.
Double the meat burrito. So he's ghosting me, and so I'm thinking about just having Richie, the person that's going to look at my shed, I'm going to ask him if he can just do the trim. And I'm going to cut ties with Dirt Dan. I paid him. I didn't pay him, but I was like, hey, man, we should do a podcast, Bogart's Friends podcast, where I interview certain friends that I grew up with and make it into a podcast. And he's like, oh, man, that's great, yeah, we can do it, yeah, And then now he's ghosting me. I ask him what his schedule's like, still ghosts me. So I probably won't hear from him.
You should block his number.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then delete it.
Yeah, so fuck Dirt Dan. He's just, I don't know. He's unreliable. He really is. I remember when we did our podcast back in the day, the basement podcast. He would never show up. It
wasn't even in a basement.
It wasn't even in a basement. He would never show up. I remember we showed up to his place, and we were in his room doing a podcast without him at his place because he I don't know if he was on the hard stuff back then. I don't think he was. I think when we stopped doing the podcast, he started doing hard stuff. But it's just he's just unreliable. Like he is like, I remember he was the smartest kid in 6th grade. He was the smartest kid. Like he was, and then once he started doing dope and the marijuana, he's just, his brain cells went from like genius to fucking the village idiot.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. Dear Dan, if you're listening, you really broke Evan's heart.
You did, because I had high hopes. I was like, oh man, we're going to hang out again and stuff like that, but fuck that.
Okay, so this last thing that I have.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Cracker Barrel restaurant?
Nope.
No. Okay, so there's this game there that they have at all the tables where it's like this triangle thing.
Yeah, right? I know what you're talking about, yeah.
And it's got like a bunch of pins.
Pegs, yeah.
Pegs or whatever, and you gotta jump them. And I can't remember the exact rules, but you have to like end up with one peg left, right?
Yep.
And if you end up with one peg left, you're like a genius or whatever, right? So I did that once, right? I beat the game once, and I could never do it again.
Yeah, I've seen like Instagram reels and stuff like that where they shows you how to do it. I remember seeing that, and I was like, yeah, I couldn't do it. I mean, if I looked at it, and I did it once, I'd probably just be like, fuck this. I mean, it's all, I don't know. Yeah, it's like brain tease basically.
Yeah.
What's that one game? I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the green squares. And you spell the word, you gotta spell a certain amount of words. I don't know. It was popular on Facebook for a while. I don't remember what it was called, but Sudoku or whatever it's called too.
No, that's a math one.
Yeah, that's a math one. I can't even. I barely passed fucking. We did real world math.
Yeah.
And
I still don't know how to do my own taxes.
Yeah. TurboTax. You just, and it'll ask you where to find the number, and you do it that way. But yeah,
so there was another game. I can't remember what it was, but like basically it was like this trivia thing that you would do with friends on like was it an app? I think. You know what I'm talking about, Jess?
What are you talking about?
There's this one game that it was like a trivia thing that you could compete against people.
Oh, we used to do that a lot.
But anywho, like before I started playing it, like because everybody was playing it, and like, oh, I'm stumped on this question. Like I could like get all the answers. Like this is me not playing it, right? And people asking the question, and like, oh, that's easy. Blah 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 blah, right? So then I started playing it. Like, oh man, I'm stupid as shit. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with trivia. It's the like when we played Family Feud, it's like coming up like on the spot. Like I can't do it, but if I had to think about it for like a minute or like 3 minutes, I could probably get the answer. Like I really want to go when you come back. I know it's probably at a bar or something like that. I want to do trivia night.
Yeah,
I just want to.
Sorry. Yeah, that would be so much fun. I miss it.
Yeah,
we used to go to this heavy metal bar. We were living in Mississippi, and they would do trivia on Thursday nights. And we went there. I can't remember exactly why we went there. I think we just wanted to try a new place, and we ended up playing trivia that night.
Yeah.
And then we started going like every Thursday with our friends, and we started to get good. And then we got pregnant, and then we had the baby, and then we stopped going. And then one of our friends came to visit, and we were going to go again. But then I found out that the bar, the owners sold the place to new people.
Yeah.
And it was turned it into a mermaid bar.
Ugh.
And worst day of my life, man.
Yeah, the last time I played trivia, this was when I was like a heavy drinker. I was like, let's just look up all our answers on the phone.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, and then so they noticed that we got almost all the questions right, even like the double point questions, and they were like, oh, well, we have to stop the game because some asshole's using their phone. And I was just like, I walked out and had a cigarette, and they were trying to find the person that had the phone and shit. But yeah, I was an asshole back then.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's like, I don't know how many like teams that were in the thing. There's this one team. Do you remember what their names were, Jess? That's the trivia that they used to go to.
The company?
What?
The company or the other team?
The other teams.
Oh, I have no idea. I know we had a Star Wars thing going.
Yeah, ours was like a Star Wars thing. It was like The Empire Strikes Ass.
Yeah. But I definitely want to go to like some kind of trivia or something like that when you get back, or some kind of night where we can like go out and promote the show and somebody that hand out stickers. No.
Go out drinking at the Pickering pub.
Yeah. I remember
you got any liquid death?
Yeah, really. The last night at the Pickering pub, when they were still going, that was a crazy night. There were so many people. Like, there were people bringing drinks outside and like throwing up in the parking lot and like fights, and it was crazy. It was a crazy night. The last night the Pickering pub was alive. Rest in peace, Pickering pub. I almost wanted to figure out how to get the sign. You know, there's a sign that has a finger pointing down to the door, and it says Pickering Pub. Mm-hmm. Like, there was a bunch of people like, oh, let's get this sign, and like, it'll be in our lives forever, the Pickering Pub. And so, but yeah. And then the other thing too, I was thinking about the Pickering Pub the other day. I've seen a lot of Instagram reels of the guy climbing up the side of the Pickering Pub and then going on the bike right next to the bike shop. Okay. There's like a bike that's like, it's like a half a bike, and it's next to the sign. Well, this drunk guy one night climbed up the wall and then sat on the bike, and the bike fucking collapsed and he face plants right in the cement. And it's been viral. I think it was on Ridiculous too.
If you can find it, send it to me.
I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll send it to you, and I'll put it right when we're talking right now, and so people can see it. But yeah, it's just the guy sits on the bike and then fucking eats shit right on the sidewalk. It was fucking crazy. I wasn't there that night, but I mean, there's video everywhere of it, and I've seen it on Instagram Reels, and there was like a British, if you send in clips, they'll give you like $200 on Facebook.
America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it's like a British version. They showed that.
Funniest British videos?
Something like that.
Britain's Funniest Home Videos?
But, yeah, so I saw it on that clip. I'm like, holy shit, this clip is getting everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll send you the clip and I'll put it on
cool.
This. So, yeah. But, anything else you want to talk about, my friend?
No, that's about it. That's all I got written down for this month.
I was thinking we could play a game, because it's the season finale, of,
Who's in my mouth?
Would You Rather. We haven't played this in a while. So, just gonna real quick find... Okay. So, this is kind of like a Star Wars question, but would you rather...
RateMyPoop.com.
Okay, RateMyPoo.com. Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that some other podcasts, but we'll talk about it now. So, I put in the description for the kind of like the thumbnail, and like it tells people what our podcast is going to talk about. And I put RateMyPoo.com, and it wouldn't let me. I posted on Instagram, but it would delete my description. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I post it like 3 times and it's deleting my description. So then I decided to post it on Facebook, and then it says guidelines, you have breached a guideline shit. And I'm like, what did I didn't even say anything bad. And then you're like, oh, look at the website, ratemypoo.com. And I'm like, oh, it's porn. That's why. They're probably like, that's why I can't put Rate My Poo. So yes, definitely.
But you did find a work around it.
Yeah, I just put Rate My Poo, and that was it. Yeah. I didn't put .com. So
yeah.
All right,
you could have spelled it DOTCOM.
Yeah. All right, so this is one. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Breathe like Darth Vader.
Yeah, me too. Talk like Yoda. It'd make everyone annoyed. Would you rather wear jeans 1 size too small or wear shoes 2 size too big?
Oh, jeez. Probably shoes 2 sizes too big. I got a pair of boots that are 2 sizes too big, so I'm used to it.
I probably...
And all my jeans are too small, actually. I'm so fat now.
Yeah, I probably would wear 1 size too small. Probably. 1 size, or what does it say? 2 sizes too big for the shoes. I have size 13 shoes now. It would be like fucking clown shoes. What, to be size fucking 13, 14, 15. 15. I can't count. Anyways, would you rather have the real life version of The Walking Dead or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park.
Well, I think I would survive better in Jurassic Park than I would The Walking Dead, because there's so many walkers.
And you're so slow. Have you seen yourself run?
Yeah. Insert that video over there. Alright, let's see. Okay, would you rather scrub your... What? Would you rather scrub your toes or get paper cuts? Would you rather stub your toe or get a paper cut?
Shit. I don't know.
I'd rather stub my toe.
I think I'd rather stub my toe too.
Paper cuts suck.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you get like a huge cut on your arm, you probably wouldn't feel it, but if you get a paper cut, that shit lasts for like a week.
Yeah, I got a paper cut last week and it hurt.
I put
So bad.
the hand sanitizer
And it burned.
on. Oh, it burns. If you have the I have chapped hands sometimes because I have to wear gloves all the time. But when I put the hand sanitizer on, oh, that's a nightmare. I have to wave my arms like this, trying to dry it off. Okay, would you rather have to hunt for everything you eat or eat McDonald's or every meal?
I would rather eat McDonald's for every meal. I'm
Yeah,
not a hunter.
Yeah, I'm not a hunter too. I would, yeah.
Besides, I'm sure there's some unethical life hacks that I could do with McDonald's.
Oh yeah, you can make what was it? The one Instagram reels I watch. It's the guy makes gourmet meals out of fast food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can make anything out of McDonald's food. Would you rather be in a fight club that meets once a month, or be in a book club that meets every day?
Well, I don't do either, so I'm gonna say the fight club that meets once a month.
Yeah. I don't like getting into fights. I'm a pussy at fighting. I tried to back out every I can't even say it.
Conflict?
Conflict. Confrontation. Yeah, so, you know what? Book club every day. Talk for about a half hour. About, if we're reading a cool book, and if it's some sappy soap opera book, and then, yeah. Would you rather live in the Harry Potter universe or with no power? Wait, what? Would you rather live in the Harry Potter universe with no power or be a dead... I don't know. We're going to skip that.
No.
I don't even know what that means.
What's it say? Maybe I'll tell you if I know.
Would you rather live in the Harry Potter universe with no power or be a Death Eater? What does that mean?
A Death Eater is the bad guys in Harry Potter, right? Yeah, they're the bad guys in Harry Potter.
I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
What? Get with the times, bro. Evan doesn't know anything about Harry Potter. I would rather be a Death Eater if I had to choose to be in the Harry Potter world with no powers, or
no powers.
or be a Death Eater.
Yeah, powers. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Would you rather sing your favorite song all by yourself in front of?
Yeah, Death Eaters have powers.
Oh, okay.
So, Death Eater. Would I rather sing my favorite song? What?
In front of an arena full of people, or just in front of the original artist alone?
The first one, in front of an audience full of people.
So let's say you played your guitar in front of Jimmy Page. You wouldn't want to do that? You would rather play the... No?
Yeah, no way, dude. No way, Jose.
I don't know. I probably would...
there's a... Go, I mean, you don't have to do it right now, but, if you want to see, that, look up Heart playing in front of Led Zeppelin with Jason Bonham on drums, right? So, Hart and her, I don't know, Nancy Wilson, her name is. She's singing the Led Zeppelin songs in front of the president, and the Led Zeppelin members are there because they're getting awarded something, right? And it's just the guitar player, right? It's just butchering the song in front of them. Or I'll find it and send it to you.
Okay. Would you rather let your boss or your parents see your internet search history?
Well, it's just going to be guitars, so...
No porn?
It doesn't matter. Either or.
Shit.
I've got nothing to hide. Oh, quick, better plug it in.
Yeah, I just did. Okay. Let's do 3 more and then...
Okay.
Okay, would you rather be in the Pirate Age or be in the Western Age?
The Pirate Age, for sure. Excuse me.
That's a hard one. Because, pirates... Well, they both do. Like, kill each other. In the Western days, they killed each other too. Probably I would be in the Western, because they are more modernized than the pirates. So, yeah, that's a crazy one. Would you rather keep a terrible haircut for a month or let your mother dress you for a month?
Well, I do keep a terrible haircut for a month. So, yeah, I would, keep a terrible, definitely keep a terrible haircut for a month.
I don't have hair.
My mom dresses like an old lady now.
Yeah, I don't have hair, so I would just wear no hair. Okay, would you rather eat the same meal every day for the rest of your life or never get to eat out again?
Oh, jeez. I guess. So it's, well, if I eat the same meal for the rest of my life, that is like not eating out ever again.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one to say. I guess never eat out again. Because
Never eat out again.
I can just like make different stuff.
I guess
So,
if I didn't eat out ever again, but I can make dishes that are like eating out, like my version of the Big Mac.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But so I think we're gonna call it a podcast. This is the end of season 1. We'll be back probably in March, or is that a little bit too far? I didn't even.
I guess.
I think so. We'll be back.
We'll let you guys know in the next episode.
Yeah. We'll be back the first week of March. Have a great month of February.
It's also my birthday month.
Yep. So
the whole month we're celebrating my birthday.
Whole month.
Gonna be 29.
Wouldn't you be 30 now? Because you always say you're 29.
29.
Just every day, every birthday's now from now on 29. All right. All right. So that was the Bogart. This has been a Beer Pirate Radio production.